Well, what's up? What's up? On this Mother's Day, I decided to repost my Mother's Day uh, poetry that I have written probably maybe a year or so, but it just goes to show I have a lot of respect for the mothers out there, and and I hope y'all are going and showing your mother respect and love and that she deserved, because when you was born she showed you undeserved kindness when you couldn't take care of yourself. But also, to me, it's not a certain day that I pick out just because somebody pick out for you to go and honor your mother. Um, I try to do that every day and showing her respect and this and that. I'll be going out myself with my mother and having a dinner with the family, aunties, and just showing the love for our mothers that's out here. Uh, oh, Lachey Rogers, how you doing, girl? I love your pictures, looking good. I hope, and I wish you happy Mother's Day, and and hopefully you're showing that to your mother too. I know you is, because you're a brilliant young lady. Uh, wow, okay. Oh, Miss Nelson watching me. Well, thank you. Thank you for watching me. Hey, and it looked like somebody tried to invite me for a discussion, or it's just Facebook playing tricks on me. One, I don't know, but anyway, I would like to go into making reporting some updates and this and that on this Mother's Day. Right now, I've got two books that's coming out, slowly hitting Amazon and different places, and I keep y'all updates on that. And then I got a third book I also trying to get out there, which is going to be more of a intellectual knowledge, history, reality, philosophical book that's it's going to be pretty neat. So you get a chance, and I keep you updates on that and when that come out. But we got a 370 page poetry book that's coming out, and that's in the process of getting ready to hit the scene. And oh man, it's a whole lot of goodies on that book. Oh, well, that's good. That's good. That's good. And I hope that you have one mother, right? Okay, yes, right. And I don't know if you have any kids or not, but I hope they showing their respects to you and this and that, you know. Um, but if you want to, but if not, you know, we can keep talking. Like I say, I'm not gonna try to be on here too long, because I'd get ready and go out with my mother. But and show my respects to her and this and that. But the with this with these books, so as I get the work kind of cleared away, uh, I'll be dropping more poetry and this and that. And then the other group that's part of it, which is the Deep and Profound Poetry group, I'll be dropping some stuff on there too. Well, I'm trying to put you on camera because you're gorgeous. But you may not be ready for it, but so I apologize, you know. But another reason, when y'all join this group, I mean this video I'm doing, Facebook little thing pops up. Yeah, I guess y'all can't see it, but I can see it. It pops up and say, "Hey, invite this person to the camera, you know, and talk with them." And so when I saw that, I said, "Well, hell, I'll just push the button and see what happens, what comes out of it, you know." Nah, I love you too. Always been a big fan of what you do on Facebook, and your posts are very funny, and I love those beautiful pictures you be putting up, and then you're unique, very distinguished, you know. It can be excuse me, a little handpick or pull out the crowd, meaning that you don't have a mannequin look that when you're in the crowd you blend in with everybody else. You have your very own distinguished beauty, and I love that. I really love that. That's a unique uh, mm, glorification or beautification, as I wrote, you know, of your own. But as what you doing right now? Is you uh, at the church? I know it's Sunday. I hope you on messing with your phone while the preacher's preaching. But you just relaxing at home. Um, what you got going? Like right now, I'm not, you know, obviously I'm not at no church, and you probably ain't gonna find me at one. But unless it's a wedding, a funeral, I hope more it'll be a wedding. But I'm just kind of chilling, getting things together, and to go out and spend some time with my mother, um, and her, and with which is my family too, and gonna eat and reminisce on some things and joke and laugh, you know. No, I'm not trying to talk to you, get on the camera. I'm just explaining why I did, and it's, I'm heavy into free will, so it's your choice. If you don't, I can understand that. I still love you. Um, there are times when you're just not the right time, and I can understand that. A lot of people invite me to the camel, and I didn't get on, and not because I didn't want to talk to them and this and that. It just was unexpected, and I wasn't ready, and my lighting wasn't right, so it just looked like I'm in the darkness or something. Oh, you supposed to be at the church. Oh, okay. Well, sometimes you get a little lazy. The Lord understand that, I would think. you know, might be a little tired. You know what I'm saying? Might be even better just to, have a one-on-one relationship with Him at the house all alone. Oh, but I hope a lot of people that wasn't on the group, that's on the group now, I hope they enjoy the Mother's Day poetry that I repost on the group, so they can enjoy it and love it, and show their support to it and this and that, because I think it's uh, um, because our male chauvinism society that we live in, mothers are not given a lot of respect they should. But on the other hand, fathers are not given a lot of respect either, especially black fathers, the one who do their responsibility and this and that, and it usually overshadowed by a whole lot of deadbeats that's not doing, or not standing up, But there are some good fathers out there. Now, me personally, I don't have a child, not as I know of at this point, but all of my brothers, sisters, kids, I kind of look at them as my kids too, and I try to show all the love I can when I talk with them and I get with them. I try to encourage them and this and that, and then show them that family love. Now, people ask me, would I ever have any kids? Well, if I keep doing what I'm doing, I guess I will. But other than that, I don't, to me, it's either way the wind blow. I think what hurt me in the past, I did had right out of I think right during high school, I was in a major relationship, and she was pregnant, and right when she was getting ready, graduate, she had an abortion, and that's hurt me, And years after, I didn't, speak to her, or talk to her, but later on, we had talked, and and I forgave her for it, and she was sorry for it, and it just, I wasn't gonna shoot my seed in nobody else, if I can help it, because I was pro-life. I was born in a pro-life family, so to kill a child that don't have nothing to do with it, that's like the ultimate sin for me. So, and I was born, by mistake. Yeah, I admit it. My mother and father was fooling around in high school, and she got pregnant. But my grandmother, which raised me into my mother, went to school, got out of school, and she went on to college and this and that, and became a nurse and all this. But the whole time I was raised by my grandparents. So I got some old-fashioned ways, and I was raised in the country, which, I still love the country, and hopefully I can go back to that living, because I'm missing it now. Moved up in this city where you don't know you'll live or die when you go to work or wherever, because it's shootings and killings around you, and this and that, and senseless murders, and down in the country you didn't have that. You didn't have that. There were some nose-ass peoples in the country, but other than that, you had your land spread out. You was kind of to yourself. You had the big, garden that you can plant. You can, go to the store. You might know everybody in the store, or they relate to somebody's family that you know, and then you go back home and everything is cool. But it's a whole different mentality in the city. In the country you speak. People speak back, hey, how you doing? Here you speak and they look at you crazy. How you doing? Okay, all right, hell, I'm just speaking. I didn't know the day had come where speaking would become wrong, and that's including the males and the females, and I just like, wow. You can't speak no more. You can't show your hospitality or humanity, as another person, But that's just the way it is here. And then it's the mentality everybody's trying to get somebody, you know, and everybody's playing scams and this and that. And I don't mean literally everybody, but it's out there, and you got to watch for it, you know. So that I say that's the big difference between the country and the city. Uh, but the city is more going on, and I guess you're not bored or this and that. I was the type of person that I kept to myself pretty well, so it's hard to be bored. And then on top of that, I do a lot of writing, so that take up a lot of my time, and writing is time consuming. So I don't, like I tell anybody, I don't never get bored. Even though I'm in the city, I'm still staying to myself because I don't know what kind of, problems that you may get entangled with when you go out there. You go out there to have a good time and you get a bullet in your behind. You see what I'm saying? So, still, if I'm going to be closed in a closed situation, I might as well be in the country. You know, sometimes you be so bored you be running out in the country in the woods and stuff, be looking for some fun. But only different about now in the country, they got the internet down now. They got the internet, so you can play on the computer, and try to entertain yourself and keep yourself occupied that way. If you just one of those peoples that can't stand to be bored and can't keep yourself entertained, but I've been pretty good at keeping myself entertained. And writing a book is a lonely journey. I tell you, it's a lonely journey. It's, you focus on what you're doing and this and that, you might have people call you, you can't talk to them because, it's going to throw you off your schedule. It's one of those things that you got to do a little bit every day, because if you don't, it won't get done. It will not get done. It's you got to write until it's finished, and then you might can talk and socialize a little bit and talk to people, unless you got another project that's on the way. And then, if that's the case, you got to go on and put your heart into it and do it. And if you invest in money in the project and making it, finances on it, and you got little money to work with, then there's a discipline there. You can't spend like you want to because you financing this project. So at the same time you got to maintain your bills and this and that. Because you can't write in the dark. Electricity get cut off, and you sure can't write outside. They kick you out. So it's a management within disciplining yourself to take an idea in your head and to make it materialize. I remember one guy told me ideals are cheap. Man, like, what the hell he talking about? Ideals are cheap. And I understand now. He was saying that ideals are cheap compared to what you got to do to make it materialize. As long as it's in your head, it ain't benefiting nobody. But when you make it tangible, where you can touch it and this and that, and put it in existence. Now that's what the work come in, because I get 100 million ideas, but whether I got the resources to materialize it, that's a whole nother question. And will I have the support once it become materialized? That's another question. So we create products, but what are the market's going to support them now? That's another thing. And a lot of cases I'm finding is not because the product is not good. It's just because you ain't got no support out there because of the social engineering. And I can see where my products, a lot of it move in other countries because other countries don't have the social engineering that they have in this country, whether it's saying that, pretty much black folks, uh, they're not this, they're not that, they don't waste your time with it and this and that, and then your own people get caught up in that type of mindset. So when a black artist or somebody come out with something and it's good, nobody won't support it, and then nobody black won't support it. But then once the white folks gravitate to it and this and that, then they say, oh, well, there must be something there to it, and then they go inside to buy it. But by this time, the person that made so much money off of the Europeans and this and that, and he pretty much owned by them. Of course, your say so, it don't mean nothing to him because they the ones that paying his bills. They the ones that gave him the resources to keep creating or keep existing. And so that kind of influence, then that'll push him to want to write more things that's going to be more appealing to them, instead of just being himself as a black person and write for black peoples and this and that. So it's a lot of loopholes and politics and that plays in this game, because it's what it is, one big game, and you got to know the rules and this and that to become a winner of the game. You know what I'm saying? And you got to understand other people's mindsets that you're dealing with, and then there's a stigma, on sexual material. I remember I took a book, and it just, one of my books, and just brought it out. And nice young lady, at least I thought she was. And she looks at the book, and she looked at the title, and then she said, well, I'm tired. I can't, I don't see it, I can't, you tired. I said, okay, cool, So her friends come up, and I know a friend because her friend have bought books from me. And she said, oh, you got another book, and she was happy. Where it is, where can I get it, and this and that. And then the other girl kind of looked like, you bought some of his books or whatever. Yeah, they real good and this and that. And then she said, oh, you buy those nasty books? And right this time I'd step in. I said, hey, these books not nasty. I said, how many kids you have? She said, 3. I said, well, you probably did a whole lot of this stuff that I wrote about in this book. And it wasn't nasty then. So why is it nasty now? You see what I'm saying? That judgmental kind of mess, that goes on in people's head, And you got 3 kids. I ain't got no kids. So, you might can teach me some things. Might be need to be writing your own book. But it's just that mentality you got to deal with, when it comes to sex. There's nothing, I ain't screaming, hollering, bitches and hoes and this and that and all that stuff in there, And no, because I'm not that type of person. In that case, it probably would sell out everywhere because it's a trend that certain powers want to have an image of us that we always calling each other bitches and hoes. And no, I'm not going to feed into that trend. And plus, that's not me. I was raised by my grandparents, and my grandparents believe in dignity and respect, humanity, and this and that. You know what I'm saying? And plus, these was built on, a lot of experiences built on relationships, with my girlfriend, and wife, ex-wife. Yes, I was married at one time, and I wasn't calling them bitches and hoes, nothing like that. You know, it's based on passionate sex or passionate love making, which is which is l- great loving and intense loving between one another, and out of love and this and that. So that's what that came out. I just, I got the talent to write it in such details that it make you think you're there, or it's being done to you, or you doing it, you know. But that's what my whole concept was built off of. But because of previous times, a lot of uh, sexual art or was art, sound or music, whatever, had put a lot of negative views on sex, then people had adopted this, and so when they see the next thing that come along, they think it's that same thing, and no, it's not. I don't have nothing to do with those past trends and this and that and blah blah blah. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of the artists had made stuff like that, as a child. I mean, I liked that. I liked it Too Short. I liked some of his music. Even though he hollered bitch 100 million times through the music, I think it was more of the music. But I loved it. Two Live Crew. You know, I didn't. They came from the Miami lifestyle. What they always saw with scribbles and this and that and booty shaking and stuff like that. And whatever part of environment that you come from, that's usually what your art is going to reflect. And so, and that type of lifestyle was intriguing when I was young because I ain't never seen nothing like that, you know. So I had never been to Miami, Florida, or anything like that, so to see something like that, I bet it was mind blowing. Now later on, I have been in script joints once I got older, and it's wow, it's some amazing things. I have even been in places where um, I'm in here, and all the women's got their clothes on, but soon as certain times hit, all the women's got butt naked, and that was a wow. Now that was a mind blowing experience, because I had never been around with so many females that was nude and stuff, and I'm like, wow, man, hey, what, what place, where I'm at, you know. But it's all kind of experiences in this and that everybody got their play on and this and that. Like I said, mine's is more raw compassion, you know, passionate love making. That's what I always been into, and this and that. Like I say, if somebody choose in their bedroom to call each other hoes and that's their business. I don't bump that. If that's what they do and that's what get them off, that's their business. But I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? And that's you know. Now she tell me to call her that. I got to please her. I got to do what I can to get. That's only because she told me to do this. You know what I'm saying? But initially, no, I don't go around. I don't think it's mandatory, to do that and this and that. But a lot of judgmental peoples that I had, that was at first, and then they read the book, then a lot of them came and apologized. They said, "Oh, okay, we never had seen this type of flavor before. We was thinking that, you was downgrading women's and bashing, and no, 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 no." And I said, don't judge the book, by its cover. I think is the expression is, But once you read and do your evaluation and look into it, then you get your answer, you know. Like I try to talk to a person, and even though I may have prejudged or judgmental concepts when I see them, but then once I talk to them, you know, I figure out okay, this person is not like that. I had somebody come to me about what Mr. West said. You know, West. Something about slavery was a choice. I just kind of laughed because I said, wow, what kind of, you know, when has slavery ever been a choice? You know? And I told him it was many times that we fought back, but it was peoples like West that was telling the slave master that we couldn't get the revolt through because he done infiltrated. So if we stayed 400 years in there, it was because of peoples like his mentality that caused us to stay in that situation. And then furthermore, he's not a scholar. My God, he's not no scholar. He's just another rapper that's been brainwashed in the Western media. You know, he's not no black scholar at all. And I'm talking about real black scholars. I ain't talking about the scholars that we have that's into the colonial bullshit. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about real scholars, you know, Dr. Ray Hagins, Dr. Phil Valentine, Claude Anderson, you know, Dr. Ben, Dr. Henry Clark. If you want to know something about what went on with black folks before slavery and the period is coming to slavery, and even after, them other brothers you go talk to. You know, you don't go to no rapper and take to heart what he say that's been brainwashed in this society. But now, is this the same guy that was begging and crying as want to, be in Donald Trump's inauguration and perform? That man might say anything. You know what I'm saying? And the period is, the point is, which I'm not into politics, no way, but the point is I'm not saying I'm with Donald Trump or against him. You know, the politician is politician, to me, is period. They gets in there and they forget what they're supposed to do. But the point is that Donald Trump is money. And this man is willing to do anything for money. You know. Now, if you willing to sell the dignity of your people for money, you're a dangerous man. You see what I'm saying? Oh yeah, media attention. Yeah, of course. Because I'm hearing that he's about to drop another album out. I don't want to wish bad on the brother, but on that concept, I kind of wish it to flop. Because we have enough misinformation going around about us anyway. We don't need one of our own pushing that stuff. And why did he not do the necessary researching to study about it before he opened his mouth? But then again, he might not even was concerned about it. And then again, he might know. And then figured out that I'm going to get up here and lie just to get the attention back on me so I can do whatever I need to do with the attention. But, I ain't never bought a Mr. West CD or wherever, so, not to take away that he's not a good rapper, this and that. I'd heard some of his stuff and it sound, pretty good. Woo-wee. And keep in mind, I heard about it from another coworker. So I wasn't even messed up about it. I wasn't even, I was just unaware of it. And so that just show you how powerful that media misinformation travel. You tell the truth, nobody won't hear. But you lie, everybody hears the lie. You see what I'm saying? And I'm just sad that some people will stoop that low just to get some attention. But we'll sit back and watch and see how it would help him out in the long run. And he's got my attention now, but for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? Because I'm damn sure not going to go buy no CD, that's for sure. But on that note, I think I done talked enough. I done gave my little updates for the group and this and that. And so what I'm going to do is I keep you posted on the process. It go. We had. I even got some ideas. You know, it might be. I might be on doing some things on eBay for a lot of my peoples that, especially that's on the group, whoever that follow up. You know. And I'll probably send a link. I'll probably be selling. I'm gonna be distributing a lot of the books myself because some of the when we look at Amazon and Barnes and Noble, they're gonna have some prices on there, and then you got to pay for shipping and handling, which kind of throw the price up. I'd rather for you to come to me and get the books. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to set me up a little account, and then that way I can save you some money, but at the same time get it out there, because it's not about me trying to get rich or nothing like that, because the royalties I get off of it ain't nowhere near rich. But as the whole thing is, the whole situation is about is getting the book out there, and I can save you some money to get the book, and then you can share it with your friends and this and that, and we can keep the ball rolling. It's called networking. You know, some people think you write a book and get rich overnight. No, that's not true. I've been doing this since 2015, initially from my first book. I ain't rich. Ain't nowhere near it. But it's my passion. I love to write, and I love to create books and this and that. So, you know, like people say, if it wasn't in it for the passion, I've been gone a long time ago. It's because of damn sure the money. It ain't the money at all. But I'm gonna try to get off this video. I done got comfortable with y'all, and before you know it, it'll be time for me. I be done missed out with my mother. So, and I, you know, I don't want to do that. So I will get back with y'all, and I keep you update on all the things that I'm gonna do and this and that. And I'm supposed to get off this video. My mouth done got dry, and I need to drink something. So I will get back with y'all. Well, audio, you can do audio, but here go the thing. The books are also is going to be on ebooks. And a lot of the ebooks got audio. All you have to do is punch it, and it will read it to you. Now, I have thought about doing some CDs of a book reading or this and that, but then you got the audio that's already on there with ebooks. They're animated voices, but they're very clear and this and that, you know. They're very clear, and it sounds good. And then not only, you can pick what voices you want to read. You can pick male, female, heavy voice, high voice, this and that, you know. And that's them options there, man. That's beautiful. I can't speak in all that. You know what I'm saying? And then I want to do a audio reading, but I just ain't found the time because I'm working on the books and this and that. And that's going to take time because you sit and you're reading the book from chapter to chapter, and then also you making it clear and this and that, and then you're going back and edit it, take care of the mistakes, because when you read and stuff, you're gonna make mistakes, and you want it to be good and clear. And is there some ideas of throwing some music in the background or wherever? But once I get the time to do that, and I had a couple of guys that have studios that wanted me to come and make it. They say, hey man, we love what you're doing. We seen your lyrics, man. Why don't you come by to the studio? Drop some of that down, and we crisp it up and fix it up, and our engineers are happy, And oh yeah, I love it, this and that. But I just ain't at the point. I ain't really had the time, because that type of reading would be real good on YouTube and stuff like that, where you just have an audio voice, and you might throw some visuals and stuff in there and this and that, and be a good source of advertising, because YouTube watchers would love that and eat that up. So yeah, we got a lot of good concepts out there, and that's what it's all about. It's all about finding a way to market yourself, to network yourself, where you can reach the masses, and you steady got to brainstorm, what your resources can do, and how to get to the most peoples with the resources you're working with, and then of course, if you get some payback on it, then you can put that, add it to your resources, and then kind of take it to the next level. By that time you get to commercials, that means you done pulled in a lot of resources, because commercials are very expensive. So if you get to that level and you're able to get on TV, this and that, that means that you done took in a lot of money to pay the advertisers to put in a commercial. So, but when you a poor man like me, you got to start from penny to penny, and you kind of got to work your way up, and whatever don't bring you back some payback, then you say, well, I'm gonna back away from that, and we're gonna try this over here and see, can we get some money coming in this way, this and that, and you steady troubleshooting. You steady troubleshooting and throwing it out there and seeing what's the best way you can get some stuff coming, some of your money back, because I'm the only investor in this project. I didn't have no investors in this and that. Then when I asked for investors, everybody said, write a book. Hey, you want to invest? Oh no, I don't have no money, But I said, okay, I carry on. You see what I'm saying? Because the first thing is I got to believe in myself before anybody else believe in me. I got to believe in myself, and so to believe in myself, I got to put the money where my mouth is, So, and that's initially what I did, and I'm working with it with a passion. But hey, let me get on off. I enjoyed talking with y'all, and I will be getting back with y'all, and I'll be trying to drop some more poetry as I clear out a lot of this work. And I love y'all. I enjoy y'all on the group, and I hope y'all keep supporting me, and I will keep supporting y'all. And right with Zane. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. I don't even know she know what I exist out here. You know what I'm saying? But people that definitely associated her name with me. But right now, I don't know. I know Zane never wrote any poetry. I wrote short stories, and she have too. But I don't know what a Zane poetry would be like. It'd be interesting to see her drop some lyrics, poetry, and me to go with it. That would be interesting. Now, uh, What nasty seems a little judgmental to me. I ain't never, technically, I have never read a Zane book, but I have gotten one after people kept referencing me to her. I have gotten one, but I never had a chance to read it because I don't never really have much time because I'm trying to do my own thing. My best bet is I'll probably have to go and download it and put it on an ebook and listen to it while I'm doing my stuff because I never really have a time to just sit back and just look at a book. You know, I just don't have that kind of time. Well, it's, you know, add my portrait to her book. I don't know. Uh, Two things come to my mind is you doing it for the recognition or you doing it for the payoff? You know, and both of them can be kind of tricky. You know, um, but then if you know she under the copyrights or whatever, she got to have my permission. But I don't even know if she even had a. Okay, what was her latest book? I mean, do you know did she have this latest book come out or anything like that? And if she do, what year it came out in? And see, you know, lately I don't think I have really seen anything what she put out. Now I know she had the TV series a while back. I knew she had the TV series a while back, but that's the last I really heard of her. But we'll see where this goes. I'm just to go, okay, and that's why I say I'm not sure about her latest. I haven't heard anything about it, but I'm just to go. Hope y'all like my black hat. You know, I wish it can curve up like the Mexican hats, you know, kind of have that, you know, where you can, but it's still kind of flapping out, you know. But I wear it the best way I can. But it's a nice black hat. But and by the way, my mother bought it for me, and I loved it the first time I saw it. I said, oh wow, you know, if I can get it like this and have it like the cowboy movies, you know, something like this. Hey, make my day, you know. But I'm working with it, but it's pretty good. You know, I got a Mexican hat that curves like this, and it sits on your head, you know. But let me stop playing with this hat. Let me get off of here. Y'all take care. I hope y'all enjoy the video, and we'll be we'll be touching bases. All right.